So all that was, that seemed pretty complex. But actually, aside from a small thing that we have to do for delete, which isn't actually that hard, everything else is pretty straightforward for the hash table because we front-loaded all the hard work. We have something that grabs us the index that we need that we would want to find something at, and we know how to put something in it, and we know how to resize it. So that's pretty good. So okay, so now getting a key already in the hash table. How do we do that? Well, it's not so bad. Int index is equal to find the index for the key. If right, so yeah, that's it. Table index, right? If the key was, so remember, what does, table.index.value, right? If key was, so if the key is in the table, it will immediately find the key if we inserted that key without any collisions, or if there was a collision, we'll go ahead and increment until we find the key. If it was never inserted in the first place, we'll either immediately find a null, in which case we return the first empty spot that we saw, the index of the first empty spot, which would return a null pointer exception, which would give us a null pointer exception if we tried to do that. So if table.index equals null, return null. In other words, if the index of this key is the first empty spot because it was never put into the hash table, we return null. Otherwise, we return the value of that key. All right, contained is similar, only that we can actually just copy paste this. The only difference here is that we can make this even shorter. Return table index not equal to null. So in other words, if there's a null there, we'll return false. And that means that we don't actually have the key in there. But if our index, if our index returned remember, find, it returns either the index of the first null in the table or the first index. Sorry, it returns the index of the first null in the table or the index of that key. If it returns an index and that was null, well, then the key was not in the table, so we return false. If we have something that's not null, well, then it's the key, so we can return true there. All right, that's straightforward.